What's up everyone? So on this video I'm just gonna be talking about the importance of checking your water parameters. So the other day I lost a Siamese algae eater on this particular tank right here. This is a 20-gallon tank with CO2 injection, and I do an EI method on this one. So this particular tank has been with me for a while, probably like more than 5 years. It used to be lighted with a kettle, but I changed it into a DIY fixture. So I used to have a Siamese algae eater here, and it's one of the more voracious eater here. Like it would eat anything from like any food that you drop on this particular tank, like from pellets to bloodworms to chopped up shrimp. He would eat it. And I noticed a couple of days ago that it was not eating as much as it used to, and you know, I was just wondering why. And then I looked at it and I was surprised because like something was forming in its mouth, like more like you know, like a white film. So I thought it was just some you know, like some fungal infection. So I just put some medication in this tank, and the next few days it progressed into like some like telescope eyes, you know, like its eyes started popping outside, both of its eyes. So I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the water quality of this tank, because if it's just a single eye, then it's more probably like a physical injury, but it is not. Both of its eyes are popping out, and it wasn't eating, and it was very lethargic. So I'm very careful with the water changes. I always make sure I do water changes, but like on this particular fish tank I also house a flame tail apistogramma, and that one is very picky with food. It would only eat bloodworms. It won't eat anything else. So like and I try to give my fishes a varied diet so that they would get like the nutritional values that they can get from one food and they can get it from another. So so I would drop some pieces of beef heart on this particular tank, and sometimes the fishes would eat it, but sometimes it wouldn't get eaten, and it would just get lost in that bundle of plants in there on that particular area. And you know, I was very confident about how much plants I have in this tank, and I'm like thinking, you know what, like the plants can take care of the ammonia, etc, etc, you know. And oh boy, I was wrong. So like after that particular, you know, like just random throwing of foods in there without taking it out, that's when I noticed the Siamese algae eater being lethargic. And so I have to move him to a quarantine tank, because if it's a bacterial infection, then I don't want it to affect other fishes, you know. And so I also noticed that there are snails here. There are trumpet snails on this particular tank, and I've noticed them crawling upwards into the light. And they would usually do that when the lights are off, but this time they're doing it while the lights are still on. So I knew that something must be wrong on this tank. So I did some water parameter checks, and I started off with the nitrite. The nitrite is really low, it's almost 0 parts per million. I think, oh no, it's not almost, it is 0 parts per million. But then I went to the nitrate and it was 80 parts per million, and that was too much, you know. The tank looks clean. Of course, you won't really see the chemical imbalance on this tank with just your bare eyes, you know. But there are signs, there are different signs, and that's the Siamese algae eater was getting sick. And if you're gonna look closely on this particular tank, particular plant, this leaf right there, that one is melting. And I noticed that it would do that whenever I have a very high nitrate on this tank. And I was right, you know, like I saw the nitrate, and then I have to like just do a partial water change yesterday. I do my regular water change, but like something must have gone wrong. It's either me like putting way too much food in here that was not being eaten, or I must have did the water change and killed some of the bacteria on the filter. So either of those two, but I'm pretty sure it's the giving of food. And so yeah, needless to say, the Siamese algae eater died, and now algae is growing on this tank. But I'm gonna do another 25% water change on this tank just to make sure that it's okay. And yeah, like so I just suggest, like, every time you have to do like random parameter checkings, you know, like, because you don't know, you won't see it, and then you're just gonna know it when you find a particular fish dead or dying or having some problems, and also like your plant suffering, you know. And yeah, like doing a regular parameter check is important. So the one I'm using right now is the API freshwater kit. I used to do the strip, but I noticed that the strip is kind of, you know, like it's kind of inaccurate in a way, but like it still helps, you know. It still helps if you have the strip, it would still help. But like I just find that the freshwater kit is so much more, what do you call this, it's just more accurate, just because it has different kinds of kits inside it. It has like a test kit for the pH, the nitrate, the nitrite, you know. So like yeah, that's what I recommend. Like, always be on top of water changes, and then like just always check your water parameters. So like I thought I was doing fine on this tank, but you know, like something can just go wrong and your fish can suffer. So yeah, so if you like this video, just hit that subscribe button, or feel free to make any comments or suggestions, or like this video, or check out my other videos as well. And fish out.